Have you ever considered that your gut might be listening? Not just to what you eat, but to the world around you? We obsess over diet, water, and probiotics, but what if the sounds in our environment are quietly shaping our gut health? Science is revealing a powerful connection between our brain and gut, one that goes far beyond food. Meet Sarah, a health-conscious young professional doing everything right: balanced meals, exercise, sleep. Yet she struggled with persistent gut issues, bloating, discomfort, unpredictable digestion. Despite her best efforts, nothing changed. She felt lost and frustrated. Sarah's story is common. Many do everything right and still feel unwell. Maybe it's time to look beyond food and exercise and consider the environment we live in. For Sarah, that environment was filled with noise, traffic, sirens, crowds, constant notifications. She thought she'd tuned it out, but had her body? Our bodies are in constant communication with our environment. Every sound sends a message to our nervous system. Sarah's journey to healing didn't start in her kitchen, but with the noise outside her window. Sarah's day began with a blaring alarm, followed by the relentless noise of city life. Even as she drank her healthy breakfast smoothie, anxiety and stomach tightness crept in. Her commute was a barrage of screeching trains and crowded chaos, headphones barely helping. By the time she reached her noisy office, her gut was already in distress. Lunch at her desk brought no relief. The afternoon was a repeat of discomfort and irritability. She wondered why her body seemed to protest everything, despite her healthy habits. The city's noise followed her home, making relaxation impossible. Lying in bed, hand on her bloated stomach, she felt trapped in a cycle of symptoms with no clear cause. The noise was everywhere, and so was her pain. Sarah's kitchen was stocked with every gut-friendly food imaginable. She tried elimination diets, probiotics, bone broth, and kept a meticulous food diary. Each new strategy brought hope, but the core issues always returned. Friends offered advice, kombucha, cutting nightshades, but nothing worked. Doctors ran tests, all normal, and told her to reduce stress, but city life made that impossible. The focus was always on food, but Sarah began to feel her body was broken. She hit a wall. Nutrition alone wasn't the answer. Health isn't just about what you eat, it's about the world you live in. Sarah realized she needed to look beyond her plate. The missing piece wasn't in her diet, but in her daily experience. She was ready to consider other factors shaping her health. Sometimes, the answer isn't what you eat, but what you hear. And for Sarah, that changed everything. Sarah's breakthrough came not in silence, but in chaos. One afternoon, a pneumatic drill outside her office window sent a jolt of pain straight to her gut. The reaction was instant: cramping, discomfort, all triggered by sound. Suddenly, she saw the link. Her gut was reacting to noise, not food. She began noticing patterns. Car horns brought nausea, loud music triggered bloating, office phones made her tense. Noise was no longer background, it was a direct trigger. That night she searched. Can loud noise affect digestion? To her surprise, science confirmed her experience. Articles described a communication network connecting the outside world to the gut. Sarah realized she wasn't imagining things. The missing link was real, and it was time to learn more. Her journey was about to take a new, hopeful direction. Sometimes the body's signals are clearer than we think. For Sarah, the noise was finally making sense. Sarah's research led her to the gut-brain axis, a real physical connection. At its core is the vagus nerve, the body's main channel for gut-brain communication. The vagus nerve regulates our rest and digest state, allowing proper digestion when we feel safe. But loud, persistent noise triggers our fight-or-flight response, shutting down digestion. The city's constant stress was keeping Sarah's body on high alert, blocking her gut's ability to function. The problem wasn't her gut, it was the environment's relentless stress signals. Her pain was a perfect response to a world that never let her relax. Understanding this, Sarah saw her symptoms in a new light. Her gut wasn't broken, it was just overwhelmed by noise. The solution lay in changing the messages her body received. With new insight, Sarah launched a different experiment, changing her sound environment. She swapped her harsh alarm for gentle nature sounds, starting her day with calm. On her commute, she used noise-canceling headphones and played soothing ambient sounds. At work, she listened to soft instrumental music to block out distractions. She discovered humming, a simple way to stimulate the vagus nerve and promote relaxation. Humming became her mini meditation, shifting her body from tension to calm. Evenings were transformed. Instead of TV, she listened to mindful music in a peaceful setting. She curated a healing soundscape, replacing stress with signals of safety. For the first time, she felt in control of her environment. The changes were simple, but the impact was profound. Sarah realized sound could nourish her body as much as food. Her experiment was working. She was finally giving her gut the peace it needed. After just a week, Sarah's gut felt dramatically better. Less bloating, fewer cramps, more ease. She was calmer, more focused, and slept deeply for the first time in years. The only thing she changed was her relationship with sound. By managing noise and embracing calming sounds, she allowed her vagus nerve to do its job. Her body could finally rest, digest, and heal. Sarah's story shows how our environment shapes our biology. Noise isn't just an annoyance, it's a powerful force on our health. Calming sounds and mindful listening can be transformative tools. True well-being means listening to what your body needs in every sense. So, look beyond your plate. What is your world telling your gut? Sometimes the most profound healing starts with what you choose to hear.